stream. Anybody's got any questions, please feel free to just ask them. I'll have the chat window open so that I'll be able to answer your questions. So okay, this is following on from my previous video where I was going from a Sidewinder to a Cobra. I'm now in my Cobra Mark III. I'm going to aim for getting a Cobra Mark IV, but first off I just want to do a little bit of outfitting on this ship. So looking at the internal, this is where Elite Dangerous really starts to become quite technical in terms of how you're actually going to fill up your ship. So here we've got a 3 cargo bay, but if I'm not mistaken, look at the cargo racks if they're selling them, I can actually fit a 4E cargo rack in there, which is quite helpful because it'll double the capacity. So I'm going to buy that. Sell your module. One thing you've really got to be careful of in the bottom right hand corner, you will see that there is insurance cost. If I die, then I will have to pay the insurance cost, otherwise I'll revert back to being in the Sidewinder. So always make sure that your balance, the number above it, is actually more than what your insurance costs are. So now that I've just added a few extra internal bays, so there you can see this cargo rack capacity of 2 really is quite pointless. Very little you can fit in there. Shield generator, not too happy about that at the moment. The main thing for me is I've got 24, 26 tons that I can actually fit. So let's go to the mission board. Now the idea here of what I want to do is stack and earn the most credits I can for the least number of trips that I can. So as you can see here for the top guy, he's wanting me to deliver 15 tons of bio waste or poo to this planet, and he's willing to pay me 103,000 and then another 9 units. So I've actually got enough room. So I'm going to accept his missions because, to be honest, I doubt very much whether or not anybody will be after me with a pile of poo in my cargo hold. And then what I want to do is see if any of the other ones actually have matching missions that will go to the same location. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. So a boom data delivery here to the same place or the same solar system. So I'm going to accept that one. If you've got any questions for anybody who's watching, by the way, just ask. This is a live stream, obviously. So there's nothing on there. Anything here? Not much there. Okay, so now I'm here. Now I need to just go for my deliveries. Takes a few seconds to load the galaxy map. And let's have a look at the system map. So I've got 2 different places to go here. So I'll just go to the first one first. Let's plot a course. So course is now plotted to there. Let's come out of here and then we'll launch.
Vessel is free. Take care when exiting the port.
Okay, so where I'm going is hidden behind a planet, so I'm going to have to go in a super cruise, get around the planet and then come back.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Don't want to place there, that was a bit of a mistake. Super cruise.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Need to get out of orbital flight. There we go. Right, so line up the compass. So that's the planet I was on, just going over to the left. Hey there Ian, greetings to Gibraltar as well from the UK.
Frameshift drive charging.
So if you've got any questions, just shout them out. I'm just on the grind at the moment for getting a better ship. I've already after 2 hours got into Cobra Mark 3, so I'm just looking at improving what ship I've got now. Aiming on getting a Cobra Mark 4 because to me that's the best all-rounder ship before you get to the Asp. So looking at the panel here, this is where I am at the moment. So that I'm not in the Sidewinder, I am actually in a Cobra Mark 3. And I've got loads of pyramid mine inventory. know why I'm trying to actually fly to a different star system. I think it's probably quicker if I use the super cruise to get there. One of my top tips for playing this game, and for just general sneakily getting up your explorer rank, is to, as soon as you come into a star system, do a scan of the area. So at the moment I haven't got my fire group set up because this is brand new. This ship is the first time I've been out, so I don't want pulse. I want the first one. Let's take those off. The first one's got to be my discovery scanner. I'll take that off there. Put those on next. So.
Creative drive charging.
No, you don't. Well, yes, you can get outside and explore if you want to, but that's only on planets without any atmosphere. If you've got a vehicle, I'm not putting a vehicle in my ship at the moment because they weigh more, and if they weigh more, that means that they're going to then hold you down in terms of your jump distance, because it can knock off 2 or 3 light years, which makes a significant difference when you're actually playing the game, because you might have to do 2 or 3 jumps to a place instead of 1. So you're always fighting this battle between your jump distance and where it is and the equipment that you've got. So well worth keeping that in mind when you're actually equipping your ship. So the old rule of once it gets to 7 you slow right down, and hopefully should slow down enough. Conflict zones are places that you can go for a bit of a scrap if you want to. I would really suggest that you don't. Scan the area, see if there's anything interesting. No new astronomical units found. It is quite a steep learning curve, to be honest, Ian, when you first start, but once you actually played it for a little while, it does become a lot easier. It's, well, I mean, I've been a fan of Elite since 1984, so to me it's exactly the type of game that I like playing as a bit of a chill out thing. Oh, dual shot battery low. Have to do a swap in a minute. So coming up to a space station, 6.5 kilometres, you have to request docking. Very rare that they don't.
Approach to landing pad 2-9er.
Here is a bit of a top tip. If if you're going in, you're not used to landing, then best thing to do is to put on your landing gear before you actually start going in, for the simple reason that it stops your thrusters working. So if you accidentally bang on your thrusters, you'll end up crashing into the back of the space station. They won't like it and they'll try and kill you, most likely, if you don't die by the crash anyway. So top tip, because it just stops you being able to do it, restricts your speed. You're going to have more time in which to sort out any damage that you might do. And perfect little jump scare there. Very nice. So, go to the mission board. Give back my poo. And there's a little bit more with them. And I don't have any more that I have to hand in for this particular station, so it's just really a matter of going to the next station. Just plug my DualShock in to get charged, and that's going to work because that's the Xbox controller one. And this is basically a good bit of the game, at least to start off with, is your actual grind of making sure that your ship is equipped to the way that you want to, because there's all sorts of things that you can do. You can do passenger missions, you can become a pirate, you can become a bounty hunter, and the missions are certainly a good way to start anything that you're actually trying to do on the game. So I need to go to a different station now in the same system to collect these. So one, I've got to go to Cherryport. Is it the same one? Yeah, it's the same one for both of them, so that's where I'm going to go now. So I'll have to go into the system map to find out. Character creation. Wasn't really actually character creation in No Man's Sky. I don't remember that being in there, but in terms of the character creation, I'm actually going to do a gaming guide on creating a character on here. As a matter of fact, when you first messaged me, Ian, that was what I was actually recording at that time, so that'll be coming very, very shortly indeed. So I'm going to okay, this is right. No, it's not you're not leveling up your character other than your rank. It is more you know, you're equipping your ship. You're not developing your character in any way other than how good a trader they are, how good at anything that they are, to be honest with you. one of the things is the more that you actually equip your ships with, or get better ships, like for example a beluga, you can then move on to doing lots of missions all at once. You get loads of cargo room, but the Cobra Mark IV really is. You can get some massive cargo room in there with a decent jump range. Back when there was a bit of a grindy run that was 400 light years away, it would be about 7 or 8 stops for me with a full tank or full hold of equipment for trading, so it wasn't too bad at all. So it used to be a good run. It allowed me to get my Python, which was quite an expensive one. I should have been looking what I was doing now. I'm going to overshoot this, so what I'm going to do is just make sure we've got our speed in the blue area, because then you get a tight turning circle, and then just come back in, right back in. There we go. There's lots of nice different designs of spaceports on this as well.
Echo Romeo, observe docking reservation protocols. Submit a request before landing. Landing permission granted. Assigned to landing pad 29er. Maintain current heading until further instructions.
Scan detected.
That's my landing pad. You can see the pads are different sizes as well, and upon the different type of ship that you have. Turn east. So back to the mission board again. Boom, data delivery. That was quite a cheap one, 21,000. And then I've got a bit more expensive one here, bio waste, which was quite a bit more money, 70,000. So that's not too bad, not too bad at all. So same thing again. Let's have a look. So he wants me to do a salvage mission. They're not much profit in those, I wouldn't bother with those. What does he want? He wants to do 6 units of domestic stuff. That's 25 grand. It's to go into the same system, which is unusual. Federation. Now these ones will allow me to rank up as well. Any to go into the same destination. So here we are. Deliver 9 units of animal meat and 6 units of leather. So that's to Taubutis. So let's see if anybody else wants to go to Taubutis. Okay, not there. No. So, not much there. 4 units of fish to Ross 1008. Sure, I saw something else that was going to Ross 1008. "15 units of fruit and veg and 9 units of animal meat." So that would be 4 units of fish. Okay, I'll accept that mission. Which one am I going to do? See, animal meat may be an illegal substance, which means that the fuzz will be on your back. So let's have a look. We can tell by going into the system map. And if we look here, facilities prohibited: nerve gas, combat stabilizers, narcotics, bootleg liquor, personal weapons, battle landmines, imperial slaves. Okay, so animal meat's alright. So, in that case then, it should have gone and just selected that. Got that route, that route's clear. So we'll say yes, thank you very much. Now that one's gone out because I don't have enough room, but I know I can add by going to my outfitting some more spells. So I have done a video, it's in my playlist for Elite Dangerous. I have done a video in terms of outfitting before, but just so that you're aware, hard points, these are like your lasers. You have on different ships different size hard points and different numbers of them. Utility mounts, this could be like for example a scanner of some sort. So a bounty scanner, for example, always quite useful to have on. Core internals, these are ones that you've really got to have, to be quite honest with you. You definitely need all of these sort of things. I'm going to update the power pack if I can. Let's see, I want to sort that by class rating. Okay, so can't get a better power pack at the moment. Let's just go for the optional internals. So I'm going to upgrade that. Round shop. Cargo racks. Change it to a 4E. So I've now got 32 ton capacity, and if I go back to that mission, suddenly they're all available again. So where was it I was going? I've forgotten where I was going. Was it Ross 1008? Target panel. Yeah, it was. Go back to here. Find the mission with Ross 1008. Definitely the best way is stacking the missions. Definitely the best way, so it's not that one. There we are. Now obviously the more missions that you stack as well, the more likelihood that you've got that this is going to attract people to attack you, so you've got to balance some of that as well. But looking at this, 141,000 for that, 72,000 for that mission, and 71,000 for that. So really I should get 280,000 credits through this one mission. Hi there, Dirtbox UK. Been watching the guides and you're enjoying them. Good. I'm glad that you're enjoying them. I'm thinking about starting season 2 of those guides as well, so keep an eye out on my YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe.
Landing complete. Deploying ground services. Welcome, Commander. Ship detach complete. Clear for departure.
Landing gear retracted. Frame shipping drive charging.
So looking at this, 4 jumps. Reputation change there. Just do a scan of the area. This top tip, whenever you do a jump into a system, just scan it because you get well, information about that system which you can sell 25 light years away.
Frame shipping drive charging.
Which yellow markers were those, are you? And Dirtbox, yes, definitely. Docking is an art, but don't wimp out and get a docking computer. If you mean those lines there that are on the horizontal, that is just the pathways of the planets. And if you're meaning the vertical lines that are coming towards me on the left and right hand side of the screen, what they are is just showing me basically how fast I'm going. How many more jumps have I got? 2 more jumps. I forgot to scan. Can I scan before it goes? Yeah, there we go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
the centre circle. Well, basically, if you've got turreted weapons, if they get outside of the two arcs on each side, then it's probably unlikely that they're going to actually be firing at anything. Other than that, all it's doing is telling me what my destination point is, where I'm aiming for next, which matches a compass and a distance away.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It'll be interesting to see what Toz's views are on this game, to be honest. I'm not really sure whether or not I think if he got into it, I think he would enjoy it. It's just one of them things. It's not for everybody. It is a grindy game, but the fun of it is actually the exploration element of this game, more than the combat. The combat's okay. There is a CQC bit that you can play on combat on here, but for me it's the exploration, and the galaxy is massive, and I had a pretty good ship, and I got all the way across to the other side of the galaxy, and it took me 24 gaming hours to play, to get across there. It's 24 real-time hours of flying in one direction. That is a lot of area for you to be able to cover. I do wish that there was a faster way to travel on some of these ones. This is a real particular grind because it's 17,000 light seconds away. Yeah, what's more crazy, Dirtbox, is that I wasn't all the way across the galaxy. I could have still carried on for another 24 hours in a direction. If you have a look at my YouTube videos, not the gaming guide ones, but they're still in the Elite Dangerous area, and what I did was I was scanning systems as I jumped into them. I ended up with about 9 or 10 million credits earned from travelling that far. How far in am I? Well, it depends upon what system you're actually looking at. In terms of the overall galaxy, so I'll go on to Galaxy View, Galaxy Map. So there's the galaxy. That's the centre of the galaxy, Sagittarius A. There is an achievement and trophy to get there, but I went from there to here. So this is a community goal. It's in relation to Corellia, I think, but it's a much more denser stars in that area. It's quite interesting to actually see, but that was a 24 light year trip, 22 light year trip, sorry, and that took 24 hours. So it's absolutely crazy size to go to. Personally, what I like to do in terms of playing this game, the way it is quite often when I'm playing on my own, not streaming, I'll just have a video on at the same time, you know, watch on my iPad, something like that, because this is just a really bit of a grind. I would like them to take this bit out of the game, because you just going along for no reason. They could add another type of drive that you can get. Gaming hours so far, how long have I been streaming this? So I'm 3 hours in. 2 hours, just over 2 hours. I got the Cobra Mark III. And if you do the missions and you do certain types of missions, when we dock, I'll show you what ones to do. Oops, come on, doing now. Looking at the questions. Slow right down, spin upside down, and go back. Top 3 tips for a noob. Don't get involved in space fight battles at the beginning. You will most likely die, especially if you're going up against big ships like Anacondas. Even on my Python ship, which is by far nowhere near the biggest ship in the game, which is on the PC, Xbox, so I've actually got the Python. I can take down a Sidewinder in about 3 seconds. So don't try going up against the big boys in Anacondas and Pythons and Belugas, because you're not going to make it, to be fair, without a great deal of luck. So that would be the first top tip. The second tip is don't try trading until you've got a very, very, very big ship. Simply because trading is not the most profitable way to play the game. But deliveries are. So basically become a white van man instead of trading, which is what I'm doing. You know, I earn enough to go up several classes of ship in 2.25 hours. Just remembered I've got a request document again.
Caution, decrease speed. Request approved. You are clear for approach to pad 1 Niner.
Third tip is enjoy it. Figure out what it is that you want to do in the game, because there's loads, and seriously, the exploration is really worthwhile doing. You find some fantastic planets and things like that, and now there's also all of the Thargoid stuff for you to look at. So follow somebody like Obsidian Ant, and they'll tell you all the latest sorts of bits of news about what's being discovered in the universe, because pressed too far there. You know, they'll tell you where the latest relics of or sightings of aliens in the game are. Really well worth having a look at some of those, and also set yourself some goals, like you know, equip your ship for the getting to the centre of the galaxy, to Sagittarius A, because that's a big black hole at the centre of the game. Go out, try finding new places to discover, because if you find new places to discover, then you'll permanently have your name credited on the game as being the first person to discover them. If you look at my video on cartography, it'll explain all of that, because I've found, you know, I've been the first person to visit and scan several complete systems. So whenever anybody visits those systems now, it comes up with "it was found by me."
Incoming message.
But you know, you do what you want to do in the game. I said you can be a pirate, you can be a bounty hunter, you can be a taxi service, you can be a white band man. It's just whatever you want. Personally, like I said, I'm doing white band man stuff to get myself money. And you look, when I started this session just over an hour ago, I actually had 143,000 credits. I've now got 571 in an hour. And I'm still probably not doing things as optimal. You've got community goals here. You know, Colonia, that's 22,000 light years away. You're not going to get there very quickly. Lave Station. Now, Lave is an interesting one because Lave was the original planet that you started on the original Elite. So if you played the 1984 version on the 64 or the BBC or the Spectrum, or the Amstrad CPC 464 or the Archimedes or anything like that, you would have started at Lave. So a bit of a historical thing, but these are quite interesting because community awards, you can earn masses of money from these. So if you become in the top 10 commanders, you'll get 18 million credits, or the top 10%, you're going to get 14 million. To be honest, it's quite easy normally to get into the top 10%, and certainly the top 25. The most I've seen on here was basically something like 150,000 to 300,000 credits. It was somewhere around there, but it allowed you to basically buy an Anaconda, which was the biggest game in the ship. Yes, the Blue Danube is in this, if you have a docking computer. So you have to have the docking computer to be able to listen to the Blue Danube, but personally I just don't do docking computers. It was a good version, was the CPC 464, because if I remember rightly, that was the one that was solidly coloured as opposed to the Vectra shapes, which was on the other systems like the 64 or the original BBC Model B version of the game. So let's have a look. So different types of missions. So you can buy, just to explain about the way that the missions work. I had the Commodore 64 version and the Electron and the Archimedes version of the game as well, and the Amiga version. So I've always been a big fan of this franchise. So the way that the missions work is you have different missions available. Some will be available to you, some won't be. It will depend upon your particular rank and your association. So if you see here you've got a faction reputation, I'm neutral, I can become allied and friendly in that as well. And the higher up the ranks that you become, the better missions will become available that you're not seeing here, and they'll pay more money as well. But you've got to be picky on your missions. So here, this mission, 50,000 credits to help stop famine, is basically just giving them 50,000 credits and they'll like you a little bit more. This one here is a fetch and retrieve mission, so you've got to go and find 8 tons of box D, whatever the hell that is, which could be 100 light years away, the nearest one. Really, financially, not worth doing. Let's have a look at the other missions here. So another Givey. This one is a courier mission, 9 tons of units of survival equipment. Okay, and 6 units of survival equipment. So here, that one's going to go 130,000, that one's going to go 97. It tells you what system that there are, and what you want to do is stack them all going to the same sort of place. some of the superpower affiliations you'll need to rank up. So if you want to get to Earth, you've got to go with one of the factions, the one that controls Earth, and then become allied with them in order to be able to get a pass to visit Earth or the Earth solar system, because it's blocked out. You know, you require a jump permit to get there. So let's have a look. So those ones were Melee or LFT 992. Here, boom data deliveries are great because they don't take up any room at all. Hi there, Isex Gaming. So boom data delivery is well worth being able to stack up on them, because they just get stored on your computer, everything's fine. Black box salvage, take an awful long time, and for 50,000, 60,000 credits, not really worth my time doing. Planetary landings, this one, because it's got that little symbol in between after the word equipment and before destination, that means I have to land on a planet. That takes a little bit more time to do. Dirtbox, personally I haven't, but I have seen the barnacles and stuff like that they've left behind when I've been going about, you know, on an RV, driving around. So that's a boom data delivery. Also, boom delivery rather. 88,000 credits to LH 350. I'm not getting any that are stacking at the moment. This is the problem. So another couple of gimmies, but this time I'm wanting units of equipment. So this one, personal effects, outbreak salvage contract. So you've got to go out and find this stuff. Again, not think another search and find. This one's an attack one. That's I'm not in the position to do anything there at the moment. So, and then what's the last one? Anything that's gonna. So Wolf 246 and L355. So I'm not. It's not really looking good for stacking missions from here. So I'm just going to go for the best one, which I have a funny feeling is going to be that one. Or is it that one? Oh. Well, I mean, if you follow, so this is just answering Dirtbox question. If you follow the upgrade path that I did in the first video, I just equipped out my Sidewinder to make sure that it had a good jump range. You need a jump range of about 10 to 12 light years, so you're going to need to get a good class jump drive. Okay. After that, did I extend my storage? I don't think I did, but I did get rid of the vehicle to drive around in the bay that it's in, because that was just taking up storage space. The best thing to do when you're first starting is just keep doing a mission and then upgrading your equipment and adding in D class equipment, because it weighs less but it will do more. Once you go up to C, that starts to go up again, so it's just worth keeping in mind. So let's have a look. Matter of fact, let's have a look at Shipyard here. So different systems will have different types of ships available. Sidewinder's normally available on all of them. The Eagle, it's not bad, it's quite manoeuvrable, it's got more room. No, I'm not using a HOTAS or a keyboard, but hi there, I'm just using a normal controller. A hauler, I would avoid like the plague, to be honest. I don't like the ship or the Adder. The Viper Mark III, not a bad ship. Cobra Mark III, this is the one that I'm in at the moment, so I went from Sidewinder to the Cobra Mark III in 2 hours. The Langton Type 6 Explorer turns like the turning circle of Jupiter. It's really, really slow, not that much of a good ship. Basic sort of ship for mining. The Asp Scout, to be honest, I would avoid the Asp Scout because it doesn't have any real advantages. The Vulture, not bad for combat. The Asp Explorer, that's the one that you want to go for after a Cobra Mark IV, I would suggest. Federation dropship, never flown one of those. Type 7s are huge, and that's all that's available here. You don't have to necessarily sell your ships, you can store them, so that's my original Sidewinder. And this feature of transferring ships will allow you to transfer a ship from anywhere else. It can cost millions of credits though. So let's have a look where we're going next. Got the local system map. Yep, no problem, Dirtbox. I'm going to go to there. So, anybody got any questions, just let me know. Yeah, if you've got any questions, I know the answer, I'll let you know
Ship
them.
is locked down. Welcome to our station, Commander. Landing coupler disengaged. Access corridor is clear.
Landing gear retracted.
Well, I just love the planets and everything in this game. It is such a fantastic and detailed game. Oh, there we go, I've got a promotion. I don't know the answer to that question, to be honest there, Mr. Cadaver. So, ICX Gaming have been confused exactly what you can do in this game. Well, you can do whatever really it is that you want to do, but you might need to do some basic stuff first in order to be able to get to the point where you want to. To be honest, you know, to get the ship that you want to. So if you want to do luxury passenger liners that explores the solar system or the universe, you can. But in order to do that, you're probably going to want a beluga with some with a co-pilot who will also be able to because you're not going to want to endanger your passengers and stuff like that. So lots of things to consider. You know, you might also want to be doing what else could you do? Become a pirate, so you just intercept ships, interdict them, and then kill them. you can become a trader, you can become a bounty hunter, you can just do stellar cartography, which is what I like to do. Anything that you can think of as a job in the game, you can do. View, centre of the galaxy, isn't it fantastic? And what's more is, so for example, that black blob up there that's in the middle of the screen now, keep flying in that direction, you can actually go to that as a stellar nursery or a nebula and see it close up. The closer that you get, the bigger it'll get. It's a fantastic game. All of the planets are all aligned where they should be. You go into Earth, solar system, the planets and the stars are in the right place. That is a level of detail that you don't get in games like No Man's Sky, even though this is still just procedurally generated in exactly the same way. Yeah, the Hortus, Thrustmaster Hortus is the one that I've got on the PC, and it works really well on the PlayStation 4 as well. I'm just not using it on this, I'm just using the standard controller. And I hate the standard controller, but it's playing fine. I should actually try on my Pro sort of style controller as well. That lovely ring system, and there's so much more in there, because if you fly into that ring system, you try and fly a bit closer to it so you can see, look at the detail in terms of it. And keep going down and down and down towards it, and then eventually it does become individual blocks. Drops you out of Super Cruise, and that, even the shadow detail, it's an amazing game. Yeah, I must admit, No Man's Sky, I platinumed that game. It was enjoyable. I think they missed an opportunity of making that game what it could have been. So he's a different type of spaceport. These ones I always find it a bit more tricky at finding out where you're actually supposed to be landing. Chat with controller, master of docking. Right, it's a spaceport 3. Right, so mission board. Claim my reward. So let's have a look at the missions that are available here. So we've got a Federation mission. Mining, you need a mining laser and scoops and limpets and all sorts for that, so I'm not in that position to do that one. Don't want to do a find and replay, find and bring back. Data delivery. So Oreo 10 cannon. Let's keep those in mind. Okay, so not much there. 85,000. Or survival equipment for 100,000. So here, 101,000 for there. 52. Thought I actually was going to get a good stack then, but clearly not. Oh. Anyone notice if there was any Iran? I'm going to do that, so let's do a planetary landing one. Show you guys how to do those. Just refuel. You can buy fuel scoops so you can get the fuel for free, unless you've got a really massive fuel scoop. Not really worth it. So as you can see here, where I'm going is on the planet's surface. It's an hour out because it's British summertime. So galactic time is based on Greenwich Mean Time. So in the winter, it's correct. That's why the clock's out an hour. So that is actually the level of detail in the game as well. You'll also notice when you look at the date that it's a good few hundred years in the future. At the moment I've been a white van man. I'm just doing deliveries. So those are the missions that that you saw me selecting a moment ago. Quick scan of the system, see if there's anything local.
Frameshift drive charging.
One thing to bear in mind when you're doing jumps, don't do a jump too close to a star. because the temperature in your cabin rises. So the temperature at the moment is 58 degrees and just got up to 61 because I'm close to the star, so they if it goes over 100 it starts damaging your systems. No, the planet stuff is definitely not the base game. It's the Horizons element of the game. Yeah, I'm going to land on a planet now. The only way that you get out of your ship is by getting in your vehicle. Yes, you can fly with friends. I'm just playing offline. But if there were people that I knew who were playing this game, then we could become a group together. Horizons is definitely worth it because you get the engineers and guardians and stuff like that. Making a right pig's ear of this, going too fast talking instead of also I'm pressing the wrong button to slow down. Helps if you press the right buttons. So, interdiction, can I escape it? This is somebody trying to steal what I've got in my hold. And I'm out. Pain in the backside are addictions. It's on the far side of the planet. Fast of a planetary approach there. Cool down. What happened there was I was going too fast for planetary approach, so it takes me out of the frameshift drive, which is the faster travel, but it also has damaged my ship a little bit. So it's going to cost me a few thousand credits for that mistake. So at some point in a minute, there we go, drop in from orbit.
Incoming mission critical message.
So if I dock in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to get a bonus. Shall we see if we can do it?
DeLacy, Hotel Echo, Romeo. This is Federal Flight Control. Request docking if you wish to land at this terrestrial facility. Landing authorized. Vectoring for approach to landing pad 01.
Whoa. A bit too close to the ground there, I think. Try to do it too fast. More haste, less speed. Right. Don't do that at home, folks.
Landing gear deployed. Shields online.
So I need to get to the mission board as quickly as we can and claim that reward, and I get a bonus for it as well. There we go, 156,000 credits. Not bad at all. So nearly 1 million credits now. So again, it's rinse and repeat. So that there's a lot of rinse and repeat at this sort of stage in the game. It's just one of them things that you've got to do. So are they all going to the same place? It's been a bit stingy with some of the missions at the moment. So, LHS 2819. ICX, no, well, you do need to be online in order to play it because of the perpetual universe, but you can play it offline online, if you understand what I mean. Privateer, yeah, I had played that before. Right, see you later, Ian. Hope you've enjoyed it. So, my repair, 178 credits, which is quite a lot. Refuel at the same time. So now I've got my mission, got my target panel, open the galaxy map, and let's go to where I need to go. So we've got a couple of jumps that we need to do. I believe it does require the internet because I think it downloads data constantly from the internet. Well, not constantly, but it updates from the internet while you're playing. There's a ship. That's a beluga.
Ship restraints retracted. Climb to exit altitude.
Frameshift drive charging.
So again, you've got a situation where the planet is obscuring my jump. Yes, you can find discoveries on different planets. It's quite hard to do though because they are fully scaled planets and there are 400 billion locations in the galaxy. So I'm quite sure there's plenty of stuff that hasn't been found yet. How people find stuff blows my mind, to use a quote.
Frameshift drive charging.
VR playing this game is absolutely amazing. ICX, if you want to know about discoveries, have a look at Obsidian Ant. He's a really good Twitch streamer. He does lots of Elite Dangerous stuff, pretty similar to the way that I do it, but he does much more of it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, there's a new function I didn't know that I had. The ability to look around with the control. That's nice. That's because I clicked the right hand stick. So that's quite useful actually. No, that was there, it's not on the Xbox version. Unidentified signal sources can be quite interesting to visit, although a lot of the time they do tend to end up meaning that you get attacked and killed. No, I'm not on the Pro. This is a bog standard PS4. The only difference is on this one is that I've put in a much bigger hard drive. So I've got a double-sized one. So it'd be interesting to see what this is like on the Pro. Sorry, sub to me. Not with you there.
Orbital flight engaged. Hull integrity compromised.
Too fast. Again.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, the performance graphic mode would be a good sort of compromise in terms of that. If it improves the graphics any. I mean, it looks fantastic on here anyway, but the PC version looks even better. Not massively, but it does.
DeLacy Hotel Echo Romeo. Please submit a landing request on approach, Commander.
Again, I don't have a HDR TV, so it's not something I'm particularly missing, as it were.
Access granted. Cleared for landing on pad 04.
So, which one's pad 04? I reckon it's that one. Well, hey, I was right.
Landing gear deployed.
Descend to flight level 200.
Bit of a better landing than last time. I'm not sure that 4K is a gimmick, but I'm perfectly happy with what I've got as well, to be honest. So let's have a look at ships. They don't have a shipyard. Okay, so I'm not going to buy a new ship from here then. So again, now nearly 1 million credits, just a little bit off. Here's interesting, 140,000 with lots of poo. That's what bio waste is. Where was that other one? Irani. Oh, Irani, a boom data delivery. Oops. Ah, they don't have outfitting here, do they? And I chose a small one. Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. Three units of bio waste for 107,000. Well, go on then. It's all in the same system. Sure, there was a boom data delivery to Irani. Or did I imagine it? Must have completely imagined that. Okay.
Ship is on the ground. Ground crew dispatched. We're pleased to have you, Commander.
Landing gear
Vessel
ready.
is free. Clear for departure. Power down your weapons, Commander. Aggressive behavior will not be tolerated.
Cannot comply.
What have I got?
Cannot comply.
I am confused. Why?
Cannot comply.
old. Why is it not letting me? Silent running. Orbital lines, interface brightness, display lock. Yeah, the R deployed. I'm trying to figure out what's the button that is shut the blooming hard points down. You don't change the HUD colour. It's not even a microtransaction. You can only do it on the PC, and you can only do that by changing the text file. Let's have a look at this shit. Yeah, those streamers are PC based. That's what I'm going to have a look at, to be honest. It's just square. Typical.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Frameshift drive charging.
Let's just get myself lined up for the jump. And so I've got some questions here. So have I played this on a PC before? The performance on this is fine. Yes, I've played this on the PC. Yes, I've played it as well. Played it on all the formats, and it's absolutely fine on all of them. Xbox is probably the slowest one. It's a bit laggy on some of the menus, but they keep improving the performance of it, so don't be put off too much, to be honest.
Frameshift drive charging.
But the PC is really good. Yeah. Glad you enjoyed it, Dirtbox. Thanks for watching.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'll be giving my impressions of the PS4 version on the show. That's probably because I'm using the camera. So I'm not wearing a headset. Tell you what I will do. So hopefully my voice will come across a little bit clearer now. What I would say there, Dane 333, is what screen tearing issues. That's a nice looking planet. Well, hopefully it's a bit more louder now.
Boarding permission granted. Landing gear deployed.
Perfect.
Engines disengaged.
This is a standard PS4 and no screen tearing at all. The airless planets, basically, or moons that you can land on. They are at some point supposed to be adding into the game the ability to land on gaseous planets. See if there's any good missions here.
83. Deliver tea. I don't think it's that much of a big download, to be quite honest. I think it's about 15 gig. So not big by all game standard, because a lot of it's procedurally drawn.
Released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I don't know how they do it, Joseph, but you know, you're looking at that planet there. Looks nice enough to me. Another career you can do in this game is mining. So I've done a video on how to become a miner in this game and the type of things that you're going to need. So what happens if you head straight for a planet? Depends upon how fast that you attack the planet. If you go too fast, then it'll drop you out of your super cruise and damage your ship. If it's a normal planet with an atmosphere, then it'll probably just destroy your ship because you can't land on those ones.
Hotel Echo Romeo. This station is under Alliance control. Please comply with SARCOM flight regulations.
I do like these stations.
Request approved. Prep for arrival on landing pad 4-2.
Landing
sound effects, by the way, through a headset is absolutely terrific.
500 meters from touchdown.
Player base, you get some idiots, but most people are quite nice on here. And then there's, you know, like the great treks across the galaxy that people organise and stuff like that, so you set off as a group, which is really enjoyable. So I've forgotten where I was going next, so where was I going? Units of T2 Orlis. So I need to try and find some missions for Orlis. Nothing. Yeah, glad you've enjoyed it, Shane. Let's have a look at Shipyard. See if I can get a Cobra Mark 4. No. Not much there.
Contact. Notifying ground crew.
Yeah, it would be nice if they could all play together, but whether or not it's going to ever happen, I don't know. I think it's PlayStation who are the ones who don't want it to happen more than anyone.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
Mind you, if they did all play together, then I might end up having only one character as opposed to now I've got 3 characters in this game. One on the PC, one on the Xbox, and one on here.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three,
got any other questions on the game? Any questions you like, just ask them. If I know the answer, I'll let you know. By the way, don't listen to anybody that says you get a free anaconda or whatever by getting your way to Hutton Orbital. It just takes ages to get there. Whoa. Again, the wrong buttons. I was wondering why I wasn't slowing down fast enough. Kind of did mean Thunderpants about games, questions about the game. No idea about what the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow is, but nice question. Pig's ear of this. Come on. Because I'm looking at two screens at once, that's what it is. Nope, there's the first flicker that I've had. So just had a question come through on PlayStation rather than via YouTube about what platform do I reckon it's best on. Being honest, PC. But that's not to say that the other versions aren't good at all. Doesn't mean anything of the sort. They're all very good versions. They're all very enjoyable. It's just that the PC version development for the longest, and you get the better visuals on the PC.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
So 1.2 million. Been going for another 2 hours since I originally had bought the Cobra Mark III. And well, that's not too bad, is it really? A million credits in that amount of time. That's all of my missions done. So have a look at shipyards. Very poor selection of ships. What I actually want is look at my map. And if we go to the galaxy map, because I feel like a new. So yeah, we've already covered about the landing on planets with spheres. So one of the things that you can do on here is actually filter out the type of stuff that you want. So here, I'm not bothered about the allegiance rather. But what I do want to do job by trade. By size of population. We'll look at economy. I'm going to go to a high-tech place. So where's the nearest one? So it's here. Oh, I do it. Hopefully that'll have still stayed. So let's have a look at this system. How many jumps is that? 2 jumps. Let's see you get 2 then. Oh, I didn't want to enter the hangar.
Landing operation complete. Dispatching ground crew. Welcome to the station, Commander. Detach is good. You may leave when ready.
Just as a thing of interest, by the way, one thing, the red light and the green light on the envelope to enter the space stations. Green is the direction that you go in, red is the direction you're coming. Just in case you were wondering.
Moderate traffic around the facility, Commander. Regulate your speed.
Hi there, Tam King.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, it's a 40 quid version. No, what you do is you get a selection of different paint jobs for ships. Basically, I think up to the Cobra Mark III.
Frameshift drive charging.
So there's my ship, a bit hard to tell, but it's red. To be honest, I wouldn't worry about getting a spaceship because you buy them in game. See, we've lost where I'm tracking to. A bit of Vangelis will not go amiss.
check your speed on approach to this facility.
We're stuck in.
Access authorized. Proceed to Bay 2 Niner.
Scan detected. Scan detected.
This is flight control. Reduce speed to 100.
Couldn't see where I was going then. Let's have a look at the shipyard. The Diamondback's not a bad ship. Python is a nice ship, as is the Anaconda. But not got the ship that, which was the Cobra Mark IV. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hope you've enjoyed this stream tonight. So that's Elite Dangerous, so that's another couple of hours, and I've gone from having started the game 4 hours ago, 4.5 hours ago, with 1,000 credits. I've now got 1.262 million credits, which is just playing it the way that I am. As you can see, there's nothing too much taxing about it, but it does get you used to the controls. So however you want to really play the game, but this is the way that I like to do it. Might not be for you. Hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and we'll hopefully see you next time. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also check out some of my other Elite Dangerous videos as well. Hope you enjoy those. There's some gaming guides and some just general gameplay ones. Thanks for watching. Hope you also listen to the podcast as well, Cranky Gamers UK. Thanks a lot now. Bye.